South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. Keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Richard, fighting off the defender. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play reason.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Hoover. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. The defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? He had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morris. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Indiana!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Offense in an empty set. Here's Sellers to throw. With the catch, it's Harbor. And they pick up just a few on that completion. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Finds the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Sellers. Here's a heat. And he never had a chance.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Clark. Got a little grass. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Throwing, Sellers. Caught behind the line. It's Harbor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Puts it out of the air. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
That That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The wide receiver going in motion. Go. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. On the ground, it's Richard. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Back to throw, it's Hoover. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Here's Sellers to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Trying to change now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Play fake, Sellers. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Sellers. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finding open areas. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25s.
There's a crease. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Hauls it in. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Preston. The Hoosiers want to move quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Snap it to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Richard. And he could not get loose on the run.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the run, it's Clark. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Ready. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The ball is going to be touched down just outside of the red zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Going with the ground game left. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Makes the catch. It's Richard. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hoosiers. A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing, Sellers. Bringing the heat. He's on the move. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Sellers. He fires to the left side. Makes a deep grab. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 7 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the home team in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball.
Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Tripped up for the tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and 6 yards to go.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 22.
They go play action with Sellers. Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Bringing it back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Send the tight end in motion. On the move, it's Richard. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Finds his man. It's Becker. Oh, what a cut! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming.
There's some room. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 15, set to kick it away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On the run, it's Fuller. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Sellers on the play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
Now, you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Sellers. He unleashes a long one. Snags it down the right side. There he goes. A likely touchdown-saving tackle but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Finds his back in the middle. Ripping through the defense. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Goes high to pull it in. There he goes to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Indiana.
I just love that about this team, because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
And he added the extra point.
Indiana 28, South Carolina 14. Number 15, set to advance on the board.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Fuller. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. He's got it again. Got enough for the first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Throwing, Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Sellers. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
Snags it, and he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. He breaks a tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running inside, it's Clark. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are holding chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Beebe. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's going to keep it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Gonna take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Motion from the wideout. To the ground. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Now on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. And he's dragged down. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped with a 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver.
Go. Bender, Bender.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Complete. Makes the grab in their space.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Fuller. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's a give to Auguste. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep two hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And he got it! And they've regained the lead. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14, and they want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.